Guys, Deluded Guna, YouTube's N'Golo Kante, I'm back again. Aaron Ramsey. Now, some of you, for some reason, think I hate Aaron Ramsey, despite the fact me saying that, oh, okay, I'll listen to offers for him, admittedly, but I like him. I want him to stay. I'm a big fan of him. If you go and check my previous tweets, I've backed this guy through thick and thin. But what I love more is my club, and what I love more than that is midfielders putting the team's duties before them. Ramsey polarized his opinion for several reasons. I mean, for every performance that he put in against Chelsea, be at the Bridge, being selfless, or better yet in the FA Cup, being selfless and all of them things there, and timing the runs, like you saw in the FA Cup final, timing the runs and getting a goal, that's fine. But more often than not, there's performances like against Liverpool when he's not defending, he's nowhere to be seen. He's higher than some of the strikers. Like against like against Everton, even though he scored an assist, where was he? Even Swansea, he was away. And even when you look at Wenger's comments with, and let me bring it for you guys. When you look at Swansea, when you look at the Swansea game again, you'll see Ramsey was always in the box. Now, this just shows that Wenger is facilitating the nonsense. I'm a big fan of Ramsey because if you look at it on a white and black basis, Ramsey is probably the midfielder most likely to score out of all our guys and return what I believe midfielders should be returning in today's market. Minimum of 10 plus goals. Ramsey can do that because he gets into the positions, he's scoring and stuff like that. But there's more to that than just being a midfielder. Life is about balance, man. Like if he played in the two Chelsea games, or even if we look at 2014's Manchester City, even Manchester United when we won. When you look at them performances, there's balance, there's things like that. But too often than not, Ramsey's getting forward too much beyond Lacazette, beyond Giroud. He needs to be the midfielder. We need to have our pairings are poor as it is. We can barely defend as a two. You can't leave man vacant in the midfield. Like I said, it's about balance. Of course, Wenger tells this guy to constantly get forward, and if he does that, shame on him. But what I will say to that is that's where Ramsey needs to stop being stupid. Yes, the manager tells you to do certain things, but you cannot tell me as a professional footballer a brain thought does not go through your head of, if I abandon this space, how is Xhaka going to thingy? How is Xhaka going to or whoever? How are they going to cope? You put the team first. You put the team first. There's really much else, not more to be said on that, and that's why Ramsey polarized his opinion. For every performance, like at the Bridge, he plays poor in some other games, and that is because when Ramsey plays poor, it's because he's not putting the team first. When he puts the team's objective first and sticks to basics, the man is amazing. But too often or not, he tries to do things out of his jurisdiction, things that Ozil and Alexis are capable of. I got a lot of time for Ramsey. Ramsey got 50 goals for this club. Like, I'm pretty sure he must have done that quicker than Theo Walcott. I got time for Ramsey. He's banged in how many FA Cup finals? I like Ramsey. He's an excellent passer on his day when he wants to be mature. He can time when he times the runs. He's amazing. He's got more ability than people give him credit for. But what my problem just simply is, you need to put the team first. It's about marrying the two together. It's about thinking, okay, I'm Aaron Ramsey. I like to run forward. I like to pass. I like to do them things. Don't stop that. But the team, and if Arsenal want to get to where they want to be, and you said you want to play for Madrid and win Prems, that is what you need to do. Like we're poor defensively as it is, so people cannot be doing these sort of things. Like if you do this at City, you get dug out. If you do certain things at other clubs, you get dug out. But it's just we facilitate nonsense, as well as Wenger clearly is telling him, encouraging this stuff. We know Ramsey, along with Theo Walcott, are favoured children by Wenger. Well, Wenger's starting to get annoyed at Theo, so they'll always have a space. You see many a season where Ramsey would, even if he couldn't get in the side, playing on the flank. I'm not a fan of that, but yeah, man, I got time for Ramsey, but it's just about being mature and away from Aaron Ramsey. If it's Wenger that's saying, which he is saying, get forward and things like that, like with Ozil, build your team around these players. Then, if you want Ramsey to be that guy similar to Lampard, he's not like Lampard, but similar to Lampard, running forward. You need the Michael Essiens and these sort of players to protect them, to make up for the defensive work if they're going to be vacant. In the same way, you were intelligent enough to realise Cesc can't play with certain players. Let me get people around him. Like, that's where it comes down to you. If you want Ramsey to be the guy who runs forward, you need defensive midfielders or players that are going to pick up the shortcomings that he's going to leave. In the same way, the team has not been built around Ozil or Xhaka or Ramsey. This is what I'm saying. We've got players that are good players and they'll play better if they were in systems. Don't get me wrong, they need to fix up, and a lot of these players by the same nonsense are crap. But if we had a system, you get better out of them. And it's away from this, but to illustrate the point, let's look at our defenders. Like, let's take our neighbours Spurs, yeah. All right, cool. Toby Alderweireld's one of the best in the Prem. If he came to Arsenal, the same thing would happen. He'd still be one of the best. But you would see him be a part of all this Kalam nonsense that all our defenders come with. If you go and slap the worst of defenders in that Spurs back line, I guarantee you they will look slightly better. Even Gabriel, he was a walking hazard. If you put him under Pochettino in that lineup with the three at the back or whatever, he will 100% look slightly better. And that just shows one team has a system and the other doesn't. In the same way of City, if you go and slap Ramsey in that City side, it's not the best example, but there's Fernandinho, there's players there that can make up for his shortcomings defensively. And I don't even think he's bad defensively. I just think it's an ignorance, and he's just not doing it. If you want to be a complete midfielder, you need to do these things. Look at Modric and Toni Kroos. They're defending as well as running forward and them things. It's about balance. Of course, Ramsey's not in their bracket, but you get the point. If you want to evolve, it's about discipline and balance, and that's the key to life, to be honest. I just thought, let me make this video after seeing some of Wenger's comments post Swansea. So guys, yeah, man, Deluded Gooner, I'm signing out. Thank you for watching and staying with me. Get in the comments, do the rest of it. I'm out.